answer to that is, number one, Stefan, you've got to know what physical symptoms you need to be aware of.
All right.
So then you know what you need to do.
Okay. We're going to go to the phones now, and we have another caller from Ms. Holt on the line.
Good.
Caller, what is your first name?
Mark.
Mark, welcome to Midweek.
All right, Dr. Holt, I really don't have a question for you. I have a suggestion that I like to hand out to other students.
Good.
And that is, when people look at stress, they really don't need to panic about it. They need to just step back, reevaluate the situation, and go at it at a different angle. I graduate in 3 weeks. That's stress, okay? I've also been a member of the marching band, pep band, Army ROTC, held 18 hours per semester, and a part-time job, and a full-time relationship, all simultaneously. I really don't find that being stressful, but it's just how you handle it. And I'd just like to pass that on to to most of the campus, if that's possible.
Mark, can you hear me?
Yeah.
First of all, really quickly, how much sleep do you get and how much exercise do you get?
Oh, I used to get lots of exercise, put it that way. Sleep, I usually turn lights out about 11, 11:30. And I'm usually up about 6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Yeah.
What about exercise? Do you find
exercise with Army ROTC every Monday, Wednesday, Friday,
yeah.
05:30.
Yeah, he gets it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've definitely got your stress handled.
Yeah, so it's just a bit of management. It depends on how you look at it. Stress isn't all that big. It's not that much of a problem. You just have to take it slowly, and whenever things do get too uptight or too emotional for you, you just have to drop everything and do something that pleases you.
Just for a couple of hours or
just
something?
For a couple hours.
Right. All right, well, thank you for calling, Mark.
All right, no problem.
Bye-bye. Ms. Holt, some people don't like exercise at all, and some people who really do want to manage their stress still can't seem to put those running shoes on or to pick up the tennis racket and go out there and beat the turf for a while.
Right.
What can you do if you really don't want to exercise? Is there any other way?
Well, I think it's important to know that what you need to take care of are the built-up, what we would call waste products in the body that causes the muscles to be tense, that causes you to have an increased heart rate. All of these things are extra chemical materials that are building up in your body due to stress. And it's important that you rid your body of it. In the caveman days, you would have plenty of energy. In days past, you would have been out working outside. I think for all young people, you need to first choose something that pleases you. So true enough, if bicycling isn't your thing or if aerobics drives you crazy, then that's not a good choice. You do need to have at least relaxation time, if not active energy time. And you don't have to do more than 20 minutes a day. And that even 3 days a week is suggested. And most of the activities are the swimming, aerobics, bicycling. Walking is wonderful, and you all get a lot of that just around campus. If you plan your day and take a little bit of extra time between classes and circle around a different way, see different people in different sites, even that is good.
Okay.
That's, so you don't have to do what you don't want. That's stressful too, to try to do it because you're supposed to. Yeah.
We're going to go to a commercial now, but first, we'd like to hear from every student at JMU, and we do these transitions just about every week. We're going to run some of those now and tell you about what some other students think about stress and how they deal with it. Stay tuned.
I get real irritable, and usually I don't want to talk to anyone or do anything. Things get to me, and I just want to study for the test, and I usually have so many things going at once, and my head gets all mixed up, and I forget important things, or like I've even forgotten a whole test just because I'm stressed about a whole bunch of other things, and that even messes me up more. I mean, I can be really mean sometimes.
Let's see, I get ulcers, I get obnoxious, I get edgy, I get irritable, I get cranky, and people are not my favorite things when I'm stressed out.
So how do you deal with these symptoms or stress?
I don't. I just let them occur, and I get over. I just do what I have to do, and I get over it, and I don't hang around with people.
Another caller on the line, and I want to ask you, after we come back from the calls. Caller, what is your first name?
Franklin.
Franklin, do you have a question for Mrs. Holt?
Yes, I do, concerning stress.
Okay, go ahead.
I I was wondering, I mean, I had like 2 tests on Monday and then 2 more yesterday, and I mean, tests are like one thing that really gets to me. And one thing I've noticed is just like, maybe she doesn't even know this because she's not a dermatologist, but I get serious acne because of my stress and all that stuff. And I mean, can that come from stress? I mean, I get like a huge zit on my forehead right now that's just, it's killing me. And
yeah, we get the point. Go ahead. Hello?
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of my question.
Go ahead. Okay.
I don't know what I should do to combat this because, you know, Stridex and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. I mean, should I call a dermatologist or can she answer this?
I think any of the physical symptoms are going to be a part of any emotional reaction. And certainly at the age that most of the students are on campus, there's going to be a lot of increase of hormone levels, and skin problems are one part of the stress response. It might be important for me to mention that there are others, and I think that anytime you're undergoing stress, it's what's your weak link genetically. Some people are prone to ulcer disease, some people are prone to cardiovascular disease, diabetes, whatever, because of their genetics. And when they're under stress, they're going to experience some of these concerns. If it's a problem to where it bothers you, then certainly get some help. But I think it's managing the cause of the stress, not so much the condition, that's equally as important. So topical treatments will probably do the trick, keeping clean and obviously all the things that you would do for skin concerns, but treating the cause, which is getting too upset at a particular time and allowing that emotion to affect your physical body.
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you for calling Midweek, Franklin.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to go to the phones again, and when we get back, I want you to talk about some of your corporate seminars.
Okay.
Welcome to Midweek. What's your first name? Are you there, caller? Hello? Okay, sorry about that. Tell us about those corporate seminars.
Oh, I was just mentioning before the show that my husband teaches here at JMU as well, and before we came to JMU, we had a lot of fun doing corporate stress management seminars, and it brought home to us the amount of intensity in most corporations and the need for those folks to really be tuned into ways in which they could manage themselves and thus their companies better. Now it's become quite a trend across the country to have wellness programs and stress management programs. It's intriguing to me too, Stefan, here that they'll have stress programs. I just did one last week, but then I had 3 students call and spend an hour on the phone to me after the program. So I think probably the next step on a campus like this is to do the same kind of thing as we're seeing in the corporate world, and that's to have more intense support for stress management, not just what is it, but really to use people like when Mark called in who are managing, and to find out from each other how they're using their management techniques.
We will take another caller now.
Okay.
And I suppose, though, that those people are the most stressed in the world. They could put college people to shame. Welcome to Midweek, caller. What's your first name?
My name's Frank.
Frank?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a question for Mrs. Holt?
Yes, my question is it possible to not be stressed enough? I know that there are times when tests are around the corner the next day or 2 days away, maybe 2 tests in a row, and sometimes I can just put it so far out of my mind that I don't stress enough for them, and I tend to be unproductive and slack off. Is there a possible reason that I can just avoid even worrying about the stress?